Hey everyone, and welcome. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for this explainer. Today, we are unpacking a truly fascinating concept, and that is the flow within a city. Now, we're going to look at this through a really unique dual lens. First up, we'll dive into the philosophical and energetic boundaries you need to navigate the intense social pressures of an environment like, say, Belize City. And then, we're going to make a hard pivot. We'll look at the literal, physical infrastructure that keeps that exact same city flowing. It's an incredible look at how we maintain our boundaries, both the spiritual and the physical, right in the middle of the concrete jungle. Okay, let's dive right into our roadmap. First, we'll go inside the concrete jungle, then navigating the urban collision. Third is the female sovereign shield. Fourth, we look at Belize City physical flow. And finally, mastering the clean release.
Section 1. Inside the concrete jungle, the energetic pressure cooker. So to really get the science of this environment, let's just drop right into a highly specific scene. Picture this. It's April 12, 2026. You are stepping onto an incredibly crowded water taxi. Instantly, boom, you're in an energetic pressure cooker. It's this chaotic environment where people are coming at you from literally every angle. In this intense urban setting, the goal of so many people around you is simply to catch your energy, right? They want to test your boundaries or just pull you into their reality.
Which brings us to this perfectly visceral quote. A man's spirit is either his shield or his dinner plate. Man, that is a hard-hitting reality. If you don't understand the proper science of navigating this space, the concrete jungle is going to consume you before you even reach the dock. Your energy is either actively protecting you or, well, it's being served up on a silver platter to the crowd.
So what exactly is out there trying to consume that energy? Well, threats are going to hit you from multiple directions. You've got your overt threats, people who are drunk or people actively looking for a physical fight. But, and this is absolutely crucial, there are also the more subtle predators. These are the individuals playing social or sexual games just to test the integrity of your armor. And let me tell you, if you show even a tiny crack in your energetic boundary, the jungle definitely takes notice.
Moving on to Section 2, navigating the urban collision, maintaining the shield. This brings us to the actual, on-the-ground tactics of survival. Because here's the thing, once that boat hits the dock and you step out into the city, the jungle doesn't just stop, it just changes shape. Maintaining your balance is absolutely the only way to survive the teeth of the people. You've got to know how to navigate the constant collisions of urban life without losing your footing. And this brilliantly illustrates one of the core tactics for navigating all those collisions. It's about differentiating between the root and the wind. So the root represents the people of the land. These are individuals grounded in reality who genuinely deserve your respect. The wind, on the other hand, well, that represents the noise. Think of the completely clueless tourist or the vibe seeker who's out there playing games they really don't understand. The rule here is incredibly simple. You treat the root with absolute respect, but you completely block out the wind. Seriously, do not feed the seekers. So how do you actually do that? When you encounter someone looking to pull your energy, you deploy what's called the short look. Now, don't get it twisted, this isn't about physical aggression at all. It's a transmission of pure power, acting as a filter. It's basically a way to signal that you belong to the order of the streets, and you completely refuse to participate in their games. When you use the short look effectively, you can move right through the void of the city with your spirit high. You can share a hug and a clean release with those who actually share your frequency, while just completely filtering out the rest of the noise.
That takes us to Section 3, the female sovereign shield, adapting the science. Because you might be wondering, how does this apply across the board? Well, this hardcore, street-level philosophy adapts beautifully for a woman moving through the exact same jungle. The core demand for self-sovereignty is 100% still there, but the tactics themselves shift. For the female sovereign, navigating that pressure cooker requires a deep focus on energetic management and discernment, rather than physical posturing. A woman's primary defense against predators in this environment is her spirit, acting as her literal shield. First up, she's got to set the boundary. This means recognizing those seekers who are just hunting for a vibe and refusing to feed them. Second, she must maintain armor integrity by staying cool and balanced. You leave no cracks for predators to exploit. And third, she must keep her eyes fixed on the horizon. Practically, this means keeping her back to the confusion of the crowd and absolutely not entertaining any games meant to test her reaction.
Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is how every single element shifts for the female sovereign. Her spirit, like we said, it's her actual shield, not a dinner plate. The horizon becomes this highly practical tool to visually and mentally block out all the noise and weirdness of the crowd. The science of survival here means she doesn't try to predict the unpredictable jungle. I mean, you can't, right? Instead, she just stays ready. And as she moves through the city, she moves with pure power, ensuring that the order recognizes its own and filtering out everyone else. Which brings us to Section 4, Belize City Physical Flow, the literal pipes. Okay, so we've spent some time understanding how to filter out energetic junk to keep ourselves flowing safely through the city streets. But let's think about the city itself for a second. It's a living organism. For a place like Belize City to survive, it has to flush away its own literal physical junk. It requires boundaries, integrity, and clear flow just as much as any individual person does. Think about the connection here. It's pretty wild. An overflowing drain in a building and an unwanted, energy-draining social interaction out on the street, they are actually symptoms of the exact same urban disease. They both represent a massive breakdown in flow and a failure of boundaries. To maintain order in the concrete jungle, yes, you need the philosophical science for your spirit, but you also absolutely need the physical maintenance for your infrastructure. So the crucial point is that maintaining this physical flow requires trusted experts. And check this out. Since the year 2000, Laureano Plumbing has been that exact trusted partner. For over 2 decades, they have literally been the ones keeping Belize City's physical flow intact, ensuring that the actual pipes of the city maintain their integrity. If we look at plumbing as the armor integrity for our homes and businesses, these are the core services that maintain that shield. Laureano Plumbing handles the whole shebang, everything from critical drain cleaning and plumbing repair to water heaters and totally new installations. Whether you're talking about a residential home or a massive commercial property, they are the ones ensuring that the physical boundaries of the building are secure and that the flow remains completely unimpeded. Take this review from John D., for example. He left a 5-star review praising their quick and professional solutions. And honestly, it's a perfect parallel. Just like the short look provides a really fast, clean release from unwanted interactions on the street, Laureano Plumbing provides that exact same swift, reliable peace of mind inside your home when your physical flow breaks down. So if you are navigating Belize City and you need to secure your physical boundaries, you have the direct tools right here to do it. You can reach their fast, highly professional team by calling 609-9480 or just email them directly at laureano@laureano.com. They are quite literally the frontline defense against the friction of physical infrastructure failure. And that leads us to our final section. Section 5, Mastering the Clean Release, Zero Friction. Let's move to this and see how it builds into our ultimate concept. This brings both the philosophical street survival we talked about and the highly practical plumbing realities together under one single ultimate goal. Whether you are dealing with a person's energy or a building's water, the objective is exactly the same: zero friction. It all boils down to this one ultimate lesson: clean transitions equal no friction. Look, whether you are dealing with a clogged, overflowing pipe in your commercial building or a street hustler trying to catch your energy on that water taxi, the goal is just to move through this situation efficiently. You want to resolve the blockage, whatever it is, and move forward without leaving a messy trail behind you. By mastering this clean release, you preserve your vital energy. You don't waste your internal battery on the junk of the morning commute. You leave no energetic trail for predators to follow. And you know what happens? When you protect your energy and clear out your blockages, just like a freshly cleared drain allows water to flow smoothly, you actually allow the universe to open the way for you later in the day. The right doors open, the right people appear, all because your flow is completely unhindered. Which brings us to the final thought for you to take away from this explainer today. In the intense pressure cooker of the concrete jungle, are you protecting your energetic pipes as diligently as your literal ones? It's a hugely vital question to ask yourself as you navigate the daily collisions of your own city. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of urban flow, boundaries, and survival. Keep your shield up, protect your flow, and I'll see you in the next explainer.